Hello guys. I'm Kim Trathen, business and marketing coach, and today's live is to talk about making your online business profitable. So I'm just going to make sure that this is broadcasting right here. I didn't have a minute to tag the people that marked they were going to today's event. So hopefully they see this. Maybe I can do that quickly from my other device. The reason that I wanted to do this live training about actually making your business profitable is because a lot of people, maybe earlier stage online entrepreneurs, I think there's a lot of misinformation out there that this is going to be an easy thing. Making money online is amazing, and I think it's truly doable for everybody. But what a lot of women run into, sorry, I'm trying to find a pen that works here. What a lot of women run into is that they launch their business and they mistakenly think that they're just going to maybe put a couple posts out there or put a website out there and that the clients are just going to instantly flow in. And the truth is, it takes more strategy than that. There probably was a day and time where the clients maybe flowed in even easier because the online space wasn't as saturated. But the truth is, now, today, there are a lot more online businesses than what there were 5 years ago, right? It is a very different space now, and it doesn't mean that we can't all be profitable. I think that launching an online business is still easier than, say, a brick and mortar where you need funding and a building and you have all of those overhead costs, right? But that doesn't mean that it's easy to turn a profit, because if you don't have clients coming in, if you don't have money coming into your business, it's really, really hard to be profitable. Okay, I am just checking here who we expected to have on, and I might just have to tag them after we do the live. I was hoping Facebook would have a great feature where I could just tag them that I'm live now. So if you have questions about your specific business, this is the time that you can drop them and I will answer them live for you ladies, okay? I have a couple exciting things that I'm going to share with you guys on today's live. Awesome. Let's dive in, okay? The number one thing that I want to address right now is even more important in today's climate than I think it has been before, but it's something that has always been super important for everybody to consider, and especially so how I approach sales. This comes into how I approach sales in my business. I think almost all of us have probably encountered somebody that made us feel really uncomfortable when they tried to sell to us. Maybe they tried to sell in a really pushy way. And one thing that I talk about with my clients is that the sales process should feel really good in all of our businesses. Okay, you should feel good about selling, right? Talking about your program, your pricing, getting your clients in, and the person you're selling to should feel really good with it too. It shouldn't feel uncomfortable to people. Hi, Tanya. Yes, good morning. I'm good. Hi, Rachel. Good to see you ladies on here. So the one thing that drives me crazy in the online space, and I've seen it a lot with different coaches, is they put this pressure on people to invest when maybe they shouldn't be investing in their business. Okay, so the number one thing, the first thing, I'm not going to say it ranks higher like number one, but the first thing that we're going to talk about is knowing when you should invest in your business, right? And that directly affects your profit in a couple of ways. Number one, if you think about your profit, it's how much you're actually taking home out of your business, right? You've paid taxes, you've paid, set aside for taxes, you've paid your expenses. Some of that profit then you may be reinvesting into your business. Okay, so how you're reinvesting is really important to think about. But if you're not making money in your business yet, that doesn't mean you shouldn't be investing. It probably means you need to be investing in the right areas to get the information, the knowledge, and the strategy that you need to scale your business where you want to scale it to. But with that said, I can't stand, and I saw this a lot, a couple of years ago I saw it a lot too. And I feel like there was this increase as money mindset became like a catchphrase that people started using more. A lot of coaches would gleam onto that. Like, well, you say you can't afford to invest, but you just have a poor money mindset. Okay, the reality is some people don't know how they're going to feed their children next month, right? Some people have no idea how they're going to make their mortgage payment or make rent. So first and foremost, I want every single one of you ladies to understand that if you do not know how you're going to feed your children next week, You shouldn't take that grocery money and invest in your business, because no program out there is literally going to give you overnight results. If somebody is claiming that if you sign up with them today, tomorrow you're going to have overnight results, and your business hasn't made money yet and you're trying to get it off the ground, I would be very, very skeptical of that. Because most strategies, there's a little bit of a build to it. Okay, maybe you need to build an audience. Maybe you need to gain some traction. With that said, it doesn't mean that you can't get results quickly with somebody. But if you truly don't know how you're going to feed your children, don't take that grocery money and invest in your business. If you truly don't know how you're going to make rent or how you're going to buy diapers for your baby, that money needs to go to those basic needs first. Okay, and I get really fired up about this because so many coaches I've seen in the online space will say things like, well, you know, if you have the money there, invest it, and then you're going to make more, and then you can buy your baby diapers and pay for food. I get the analogy behind it. And yes, my number one goal is to help my clients make money. But again, there is a build to it, right? If I work with my clients for 3 months, it's going to be around the 6-week mark before they start making money in their business. But there's a lot of factors that impact that. Okay, so first and foremost, be really, really honest with yourself about what your current financial situation is to know if you can even invest. All right, I see some comments coming in, so I'm going to scroll up and take a look at those. I know this can be a hot button topic for people. So let me see. Hi, ladies. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Yolanda. Siobhan. Good to see you, ladies. Let's see here. Rachel said, hi, all. So true. Okay, let me expand. Hey, Tanya. Tanya said, oh, I don't like that money mindset thing. I am with you 100% about not pushing people to spend money they need to feed their families. Yeah, I love that you said that. Also treating people like they're triggered if they can't figure out how to pay for it. Yes. Oh, yes. And in full disclosure, I do believe that money mindset is a thing. I realized that I had a poor relationship with money because of some things from the past, and that I was viewing money as a little bit of this scary thing. But that does not directly translate to, if you say you can't afford my program, it means you have a bad money mindset, right? Like, it's two different things to me. And I just saw so many people these last couple of years in the online space, like, glom right onto that. Like, oh, you're not fully committed to your business. No, bitch, I don't know how I'm going to buy milk for my baby, right? Like, that's the reality for some people. Now, if you guys saw, I think I put it out in an email this week, if you're on my email list. If you're not on my email list, you need to get on my email list, ladies. So the other piece of it though, okay, so right now, with everything going on with lockdowns, and some people are starting to get back in business, maybe your business took a revenue hit, an income hit. Some people became very, very fearful, very scared about investing in their businesses right now, because they were worried, well, I'm not making money in my business right now, so maybe I shouldn't invest right now, because what if I continue not making money, right? Hi, honey. Did you see the little yellow arm coming in? Oh, thank you, sweetie. Love you. All right, guys. Okay, 2 hugs. All right, these are my children. This is what it looks like to go live with children home.
And baldy.
And a new bald head. All right, guys, go do your homework. All right, so there was a little break for us. Let me think back to what I was saying now. So if you saw my email this week, okay, drop your email address or DM it to me, private message me if you're not on my email list. I would love to get you on there. If you are scared to invest right now because of COVID going on, maybe you got let go from your job, maybe your business took a hit and now you're trying to get into the online space. Maybe you were in the online space but just hadn't gotten the business up and running. Right? Like, there's all different reasons, but a lot of people are feeling super fearful about investing right now. And I've heard a lot of people say, like, well, when the ban is lifted, when the money starts coming in, then I'll invest. And here's the thing to think about right now, because I know by me, some businesses are able to operate again. We're not in 100% shutdown mode, but a lot of things are still shut down. So I think there's still a lot of fear around this. One thing to think about is, if you are currently under a stay-at-home order, and because of that, maybe you're not getting the income that you normally do, whether it's from your job, from a business, from your spouse or partner's job or business. I'm totally sitting like up on my feet. Do I look really tall right now? Sorry. I want you to think about what is scarier for you. Because if you have the money set aside that you could invest, or if you could comfortably borrow it, again, I'm not talking about if you can't feed your children, but if you have the money set aside that you could invest, or if you could comfortably borrow it, then it's time to think about what is scarier to me right now. Is it scarier? So let's say you have the money set aside. Okay, maybe it was earmarked for something else. Maybe you were going to go on a vacation that got canceled. Maybe, maybe it's just this cushion savings, whatever it is. If you let's say you have the money set aside, but you're scared right now because what does the future hold, right? What if I'm still not working my job in 3 months? What if we still are taking an income hit? Like we need that money. The thing is, you have to ask yourself the most important question. What is scarier to you right now? Is it scarier to, one, use that money that you have set aside and invest in your business so that 3 months from now you have consistent income coming in? Or is it scarier to you to think, well, I'm going to hang on to that money, but what if the stay-at-home order continues to get extended? What if 3 months from now we still don't have the income coming back in? Maybe you've been let go from your job and you can't find another one, whatever that is. What if 3 months from now I still don't have that regular income coming in that I had before that I'm counting on coming back, right? And now this money has been used up and you still don't have your business off the ground. You still don't have regular income coming in. You have to ask yourself, what is scarier between those two situations? To use the money now and invest it wisely into your business growth? Or you potentially have to use that money later to live off of because you still don't have consistent, regular income, stable income coming in, and that stay-at-home order keeps getting extended, right? That's a reality that a lot of people are faced with. And answering to yourself which one is scarier is a really good eye-opener for you if it's time to invest in your business right now or not. Okay, it looks like we had, Tanya said, right, just a few months passed very, very quickly. It does, and income is drying up for people. And I'm sure there are people out there too that are like, oh, why didn't I do this 2 months ago? I wish that I had invested and I was getting regular clients in 4 months ago and I put it off and now this is our reality. Okay, I'm going to look at the comments here a minute. Oh, hi, Haley. Good to see you on. All right, let's see. Haley said, working with Kim Trathan was the first time I invested in an online coach and it was the scariest thing to do. Press the proceed button at checkout. It was truly the best decision I made. Thank you, Haley. It was awesome working with you. Absolutely awesome. And that shows you too, okay? So Haley and I worked together well before coronavirus, and it was still scary for her, right? It doesn't mean that it's going to be a fleeting decision, like super quick. Oh, I'm going to invest all this, right? Like it was scarier before Corona and it's scary for people during Corona, but you have to ask yourself which is scarier between those two situations, because either way you might be presented with a tough decision to make. Yeah, you're awesome, Haley. Hello, Skinhead. Yeah, I've been live bombed a lot with my children lately. All right, Tanya, awesome. I'll get you on my email list. All right, let me expand Rachel's comment. Rachel said, I always remember I was in the same place of broke and no money and there was no one there to help me. That is why I always offer free first before going straight into buy. Yeah, me too, Rachel. And that's one of the reasons, ladies, why I offer those free strategy sessions for people who haven't done one with me before. Because a couple of different reasons. I want to give value to you ladies, right? Some people need that quick piece of advice to maybe get turned in the right direction. Plus, it gives us a chance to get to know each other. So again, ladies, I opened up, I don't know if you caught the live from last Friday, I think it was, but I opened up a ton of slots on my calendar this week for some of these free strategy sessions. Take advantage of this. Okay, take advantage of it. Drop a comment below, just drop the word call. Okay, and if you drop the word call on this live, then I will send you a private message and we'll chat about the strategy session and we'll get you booked for one of them. But definitely, Rachel, I 100% agree. I like to give value before I jump right into buy. That's why I do these lives, right? I'm giving value. I do the value on the strategy sessions. I give you guys value in the post and my emails. It's so important because some people need that piece of the journey before they're ready to invest, right? So I love that you commented that. All right, I'm going to see if there are any other comments here. Hi, Prabhashni. Let's see. Tanya said, this is how I think about it for me. What can I not afford to not do? What is going to directly impact me? What will bring the money in? How can I set myself up properly? You and I are, yes, 100% aligned on that. I asked myself that question a lot, which is why when I launched my business, the first thing I did, I put some thought into what business I wanted to start, but literally the first thing I did was invest in a high-level coaching program. Okay, for me, it was a big investment at the time. And it was the first thing that I did because I knew that was the quickest way to scale my business. I wasn't going to dink around with being 12, 14, 16, 18, 2 years down the road, 18 months down the road. I wasn't going to screw around with that and then look back and be like, what did I accomplish? I tried everything under the sun and it didn't work. I knew I wanted to learn from somebody that could teach me the quickest way to success, right? The quickest way to serve more clients and help more people. That's really what we're all about. I love that. All right. Let's see if any more. Yeah, Rachel said the important thing is where to invest the money. It really is. And like I was just saying, that's funny. You asked a question and I answered it without even realizing you asked it. Like I said, for me, the most important thing first was to invest in somebody. I invested in a program that walked you through everything that I needed to get my business up and running quickly. And for me, that was the best use of my money. At this point, the clients that I work with, they have their businesses set up. Okay, if anybody is tuning in and you don't really know me yet, maybe you're new to the group, what I help my clients with is learning the strategies online to get more clients. So for me, the women that I work with have their businesses set up, but they're not super profitable yet. Maybe they've signed a couple clients, but they don't really know how to replicate that. Maybe it came in from a referral and they don't know how to directly attract people, build their audience, and get clients online. Okay, so ladies, I do have a really exciting program kicking off next week with the number one goal of getting you clients. So if you are interested, if this is the time that you're interested and you are ready to invest and you are tired of putting content out there and not getting any leads or not knowing how to run successful sales calls, let's say, drop the word clients and I will be happy to send you over some information and we can chat. I only have a couple spots left and we would need to chat about it a bit because I'm looking for certain women to join this. So we would have a conversation, and then if I think you're a good fit for the program, then you would be invited to join the program. So drop the word clients if you would like some information on that. Once again, this is not a high pressure thing. It's literally a conversation to see if this program is the right fit for your business and if your business is the right fit for my program, because everything needs to be aligned. But if you are looking to get more clients, we're kicking off soon. So there's only a couple spots left. I'm keeping this very, very intimate because of the high level of support that I'm giving in it. So drop the word clients if you would like some information on that. Let's see if any other comments have come in. Nintendo said call, Siobhan said call, Michelle said call. Love it, love it, love it, ladies. Awesome. So knowing when to invest is the number one thing that we talked about. Okay, that's super important with growing a profitable business. Number two, if you ladies did not catch the live from last week, when I gave the secret formula, right, of exactly how to map out your income for the 12-month period, you need to go back and watch that live. Okay, it was fire. Okay, it was absolute fire. A lot of women messaged me and said that they're mind blowing, like they had never seen it explained that way or mapped out that way. So number one, when you're looking at planning out your income for the year, make sure you go back and watch that live. It's a super good one. But the second step to growing a profitable business is knowing exactly what those income goals are. This is kind of a two-part one, okay? I included these in one step. The first step is knowing when to invest. The second step to growing a profitable business is knowing your income goals and tracking them. That last piece is super important because when you don't track what money you have coming into your business, it's really easy to maybe think you aren't making as much as you are, maybe think you're making more than what you are, right? Has anybody ever done that? I know women that have, and they're like, oh, I thought I was actually making such and such, but I looked at the numbers, I'm not, okay? And that can start to, if you haven't signed clients yet, right? You know that you're not making money because you haven't sold anything yet. But if you've started to sign some clients, maybe some people are doing the payment plan, maybe some people pay in full, tracking that and knowing exactly what your numbers are, right? The other area, right? Expenses. What do you have going out in your business? Okay, actually knowing what your numbers are, there's a lot of power in it, and it's super important for you, because if you don't know your numbers and you're a solopreneur, nobody else is going to know how profitable or if you're profitable either, right? If you are a solopreneur, meaning you are doing all of this yourself, you're not outsourcing it to somebody, then you need to know these numbers, right? It's so incredibly important. So you need some tracking mechanism, whether it's just an Excel file, right? It doesn't have to be fancy software in the beginning, but you need to track those numbers. You need to know your income, and you need to know how much you have going out every month so that you know how profitable you really are. Does anybody have questions on that? It's not maybe the sexiest thing to talk about when we start looking at spreadsheets and numbers, but it's necessary in your business. Okay, I don't see any questions coming in about that. Awesome. Remember, ladies, a few of you have commented for the call. As a reminder, anybody hopping on, whether you catch the replay, comment, call, and I will chat with you about getting one of the free strategy sessions. These are intended for service-based women because that's where my knowledge is, okay? All right, step 3 to growing a profitable business is something that I've talked about for a couple of years, but it's having a visibility plan. It's getting visible online. If you want your clients coming from the online space, you need to be showing up in the online space. Okay, so where are your ideal clients hanging out? And how are you building your community? It's really, really important that you're building your community full with the people that you are excited to serve. Okay, and do you notice I said excited to serve and not just excited to sell to? Okay, that's something that it's a slight wording change, but it's super important because the meaning behind it is so powerful, right? If I had no desire to show up and serve this community, it would be painful feeling, and I wouldn't want to come on to a live stream like this, right? Nobody had to pay to be here. Nobody had to pay to hang out with me right now or to learn these tips from me. This is me serving my community. So you have to set it up so that you're excited to serve your community. If the last thing in the world that you want to do is going live, spending your time going live in a Facebook group, by all means, don't build your community as a Facebook group. Right? There's all different ways to build a community. There's all different ways to show up for your community and to serve them. But you do have to choose something that you're excited about and that you feel really good about doing. All right, let's see. It looks like we might have some comments coming in. Haley said, I only just did a money recon when COVID-19 hit. I could have so easily done this before. Lesson learned, if your coach tells you to do something, just do it. Yeah, there's usually a reason why somebody might say to do something, right? Thank you for sharing that, Haley. Thank you for sharing that. It's so important for people to hear that. And because there shouldn't be any shame in it, right? Like, we all make mistakes and we all learn things. So Haley learned like, hey, I should have done that sooner, right? That was an important lesson for her to learn. And if you haven't been paying attention to those things, if you haven't figured out exactly what your numbers are, if you don't know if you're profitable, don't feel ashamed about that. But now that you're aware of it, it's time to take action, right? That's what it tells us. It's time to take action. Okay, awesome, Rachel. Tanya, I love it. I love it. So getting more visible, okay? You have to be visible to your community. We are all inundated with so much information, right? So much. Our email boxes are full, our text messages are full, our voicemails are full. Like, we are inundated with information every place that we go. It doesn't mean that your voice has to get lost in the crowd, but it means that you need to stand out. And that is a very, very critical piece to the visibility, is how you're going to stand out and attract your clients. Okay? We want to be putting content out and we want to be visible in a way that is providing value to our community so that we stay top of mind, right? I want your clients thinking of you first, right? I want them thinking of Haley when they need help with videos, right? Like, I want your clients to think of you first. So it's really important that you get positioned in that way. Does that make sense, ladies? Okay. I don't see any Just jotting down the last step here. I don't see any questions. Oh, maybe they didn't load. Hang on, let me check here. Okay, awesome. Nope. Okay, perfect. So the last step to becoming profitable is something that at first blush might feel like, duh, Kim, like that's a no-brainer. But we're going to talk about it a little bit deeper because sometimes, let's just dive in, okay? So I'm going to recap for you quickly. The first 3 steps that we talked about to growing your profitable business is knowing when to invest, knowing your income goals, and tracking them, okay? That's super, super important. Number 3 is getting more visible to build and serve your community. And the 4th step to growing a profitable business, it's the basics of it. It's getting more clients, right? The more clients you have coming in, the more income that you're generating, the more profitable that you're going to be. And again, that might feel like a no-brainer, but it's something that needs to be in the front of your mind. Far, far, far too many women waste their time on activities every single day in their business that are not going to bring clients in, right? Maybe they're tweaking their branding colors again. Maybe they decided they're going to redo their website. Maybe they decided they need the 15,000th freebie. Maybe they haven't been able to get clients in, so they just create another course and another course and another course, right? And suddenly they have 7, 8, 9 courses that people can sign up for, but they haven't actually gotten anybody to take them paid, right? I'm not talking about giving it away for free. I'm talking paid. So they don't actually have clients coming to their programs. Launching the next thing, launching the 10th course if the first 9 haven't sold, is a really big indicator that you need a different strategy in your business, okay? The most important thing that you need to be doing are the activities that are going to bring clients in. Because if you want more money, you want more profit, right? You need more clients. It's that simple. More clients equals more money. So let's talk about some of this because like I just said, so many people waste their time, effort, and energy on other activities. The number one thing that you can do in your business, and I'm talking to service-based businesses because that's my primary demographic of who I help. Okay, so coaches, consultants, talking about website designers, branding experts, life coaches, health coaches, right? I'm talking about service-based women. The number one thing that you can do to get more clients in is actually get on more sales calls. It's that simple. The more people that you can talk to about your program, the more sales you are going to make. It is that simple, ladies. The problem that I have seen time and time again is that women don't actually know how to get those sales calls booked. And that's where they flounder. They feel like they're spending all their time on social media. They're blasting out content across multiple platforms, maybe even multiple times a day, but nothing is actually coming from it. I had somebody ask me one time, I talked about creating high converting content, right? We want our content that we're creating, we want how we're spending our energy to result in clients that results in money, right? I had somebody ask me at one point, and don't feel bad if this was you, I actually don't even remember who it was, but somebody said to me, like that sounds great, but how do I know if my content is converting? Like how do I know? And I think they were overcomplicating it. I think they thought I was going to give some analytics and you need this reach and, this much engagement. No, ladies, the bottom line is, if your content is converting, if you put something out and you get a sales call from it. Somebody says like, yes, I want to book a call with you. Okay. That is at the very base of it. That is exactly how you know if your content is converting. Nikki said such great advice. Oh, thank you, Nikki. Siobhan said, yes, exactly right. What do we do to fix that? Yes, great question. Great question. So that is exactly what I teach my clients. Okay, that is the strategy that I teach to my paid clients that work with me. And if you ladies are just hopping on, I announced it a little bit ago in the live, but I have an amazing opportunity kicking off next week. And if you would like to if you want to work together to get, it's actually, I'm going to be honest, I'm just going to say what it is. It is the lowest cost option that I've ever given to work with me and get this strategy to get more clients into your business. It is literally a step-by-step strategy that I give you, ladies, while I'm walking right by your side. It is not a self-study. It is still with me. There are only a couple spots left because I am giving such high level of support in it. So if you are at a place in your business Remember, we talked in the beginning about knowing if you're in that space where you can invest or not. So if you didn't catch that, go back and watch the replay of it. If you are at a space in your business where you are ready to invest because you are tired of throwing spaghetti at the wall and just seeing what sticks, you're tired of constantly creating content and not getting the clients in, right? If for the last 3 months or 6 months, even 2 months, you've been putting content out and it's not converting into clients signed, we need to chat. Okay, we absolutely need to chat, and we need to get your strategy mapped out so that you know exactly, I need to do this and I should get a call booked. I need to do that and I should get 2 calls booked, right? That's what I do with my clients. I help you create a custom strategy that is actually going to result in clients coming in. That's how my clients end up making money. That's how my client Kayla scaled to her highest income ever in April during a pandemic, and she blew past the $10,000 mark. Okay, because there's a specific strategy and you're spending your time doing the things that bring those clients in. So if you are interested in chatting about the program that's kicking off next week, it would just be a conversation. There's no high pressure sales, but we would have a conversation to see if the program is a good fit for you and if you are a good fit for the program. And if you are, then I would invite you into the program. Okay, super limited spaces. So it is an application process. Okay. Drop the word clients if you are looking to get more clients, and I'm happy to chat with you about that program. Because yes, back to Siobhan asking how do we do that? There is a specific strategy. Some people, again, it goes back to the very beginning of this live too, when I talked about how a lot of people think in the online space, you can just throw content out there and that it's going to convert. The online space is constantly changing, and the type of content that converted 2 years ago is not the type of content that is converting today. There's a very, very specific strategy. And then beyond the content, it also goes into the rest of your process, right? What does it look like when somebody gets on the phone with you? Do you know how to run sales calls? Do you know how to have the conversations, right? It really comes down to positioning and messaging. And that takes place from the moment you create content to the moment you close the sale, right? It's an entire journey that you're bringing people through. But that content should be getting those calls booked, and then those calls should be closing into clients. Does that make sense, ladies? All right, awesome. Nikki said clients. Tanya said, I love what you do, Kim. This is amazing. Oh, thank you, hon. And I can't wait to come interview with you. That'll be fun. So if you guys don't know, Tanya has some amazing things going on too. All right, ladies, quickly recap the 4 steps for you to growing a profitable business. Number 1, knowing when to invest. Number 2, knowing your actual income goals and tracking your metrics. Number 3, getting more visible online. And we talked a lot about actually making that converting, right? We don't want this to be wasted time on your social media in the online space. We need that content to be converting. And number 4, to becoming more profitable, is having a strategy to get more clients. So remember, ladies, I'm still offering the free strategy sessions this week. This is for service-based female entrepreneurs that haven't already taken advantage of a free strategy call with me. You can drop the word call and I'll reach out to you and we can get that scheduled. And I have that program kicking off next week. Only a couple of spots left. It's invitation only, but if you would like to chat about that and see if it's a good fit for you and your business, drop the word clients and I will send you a message. That's it for today, ladies. Have a wonderful day. And if you go live, I hope you don't get live bombed by your children like I did. All right. Bye, guys.